Have you guys ever experienced loneliness where you feel alone, you feel isolated, you feel as if there's nobody there when you need somebody to talk to, you need to share, get opinions, get ideas, or just to keep your mind occupied? A lot of people in this generation, they're lonely, they're isolated, they don't really have any friends, they don't have people to interact with. And guys, here's the thing about loneliness. You can kind of use it to essentially get some personal growth. You can learn some really important things about being alone, being isolated, which, if you guys understand, humans aren't meant to be alone or isolated. We're meant to interact with other people. We're meant to be part of certain groups and all that. So feeling alone, feeling isolated, it's something that your mind makes you aware of more than what it should be. But I'm going to tell you guys in this video how you can essentially use loneliness to make it into something that's productive, something beneficial in your life. If you guys are new to the channel, I want to say thank you guys for clicking on this video. If you're a returning subscriber, returning viewer, I do appreciate you guys clicking back at another video. But let's go ahead and start with how you can start using loneliness to become more productive, how you can make it beneficial. So here's the thing. You got to understand why you're lonely. Is it because you have no friends? Is it because you don't have people that you can talk to about certain situations? What is it that is making you lonely? Once you understand what's making you lonely, are you not used to being alone by yourself? Are you making yourself isolated? Just look at that and be like, oh, okay, well, this is the reason why I'm lonely. Once you understand the root cause of it, it makes it a little bit easier, and you can work towards it. But we're talking about how you can use loneliness to become productive, make it something beneficial. So here's the thing that people don't understand. So essentially, when you have tons and tons of people surrounded by you, you're always constantly entertained, you always have somebody there, you always have somebody to socialize with, you never fully understand who you are as an individual. And if you're lonely, you're isolated, this is the perfect opportunity that you can use it to truly understand yourself, truly understand what is it that you want out of this life. The vast majority of people, honestly, they work their 9 to 5, then they go home, they watch TV, or they do whatever hobbies or activities that they enjoy, and they don't ever get to have this critical thinking. And the reason I know this is because I'm that person. I'm working that 9 to 5. I'm like, okay, so I work the 10 hours that I work every day or whatever, and so it's 4 or 5 days out of the week, and I feel as if I don't have time for myself. When it comes to weekends, I'm tired and I just don't feel like doing anything. And then if I do something, it's with my girlfriend. And before my girlfriend, I used to have tons and tons of time where I used to take my dog out on walks and just walk out there in nature, and I would just look at things and start just doing some deep thinking, looking for what it is that I want out of this life, which it made me think, hey, you need to prioritize your YouTube channel. So this is something that I noticed with myself. Ever since I got into this relationship, I haven't been prioritizing my YouTube channel, and that's just because I'm not using that deep thinking of the thing that I learned about loneliness, being isolated, is that essentially it makes you really think about your life, about your situation. And if it eats you up inside where it makes you really uncomfortable, you understand that you want to get out of that situation, you want to make change, and that's the best time for change, is feeling that uncomfortable. So you got to understand that feeling alone, feeling isolated, it doesn't feel great, but it's a really good motivating factor of, hey, you need to get stuff done. It's something that you can leverage and use to become more productive and beneficial in all aspects of your life. So take the time, go out for a walk, just go out there and do something that you enjoy, where it gives you an opportunity to deep think, and just start deep thinking, what is it that you want to get out of the end of the day? And so when I was being alone, being isolated, it made me understand that, hey, I wanted to become successful. There's dreams and things that I'm pursuing, and as you guys seen, I haven't been pursuing it as much. I'm going to be working on it a lot more now that summer is coming around. I'm going to be working a lot more on this channel, but that's one of my life goals, is to make a successful YouTube channel, which so far I'm almost there to 1,000 subs. Eventually I will pass that 1,000 mark, and I'll keep on progressing. But you got to start looking at these goals, and you got to start working towards them. So use this time alone to grow. The other thing that people don't understand, so like let's say you're in a situation where you're always surrounded by people, and then those people slowly fade out of your life. This is something that you'll notice, like after you graduate high school, all the friends, all the people that you used to socialize with, they kind of slowly start going their own ways. Some people go to college, some people get jobs, some people just go down wrong paths, and other people just, you know, disappear, and you never really talk or see them again. But you'll understand that everybody goes their own path, and you'll understand that being alone and isolated, you'll learn to be comfortable with it, which at times it sucks, because like you want people to be there where you can talk to them. You can be like, hey, I'm not doing so well, and you can just share your opinions and your thoughts, but you don't have anybody to share that with. But the thing is, that gives you an edge versus other people, because like the people that are always constantly surrounded and all that, so like me currently with my girlfriend, and you know, just having friends, people to hang out with, let's say something was to happen where I'm alone for a great period of time, it's going to be much more difficult for me to accept that and to deal with it. So you got to understand that it has its pros and cons of, and its effects on you, essentially, of, how can I say it for this purpose? I want to explain it to you guys. Essentially, you being alone and isolated is going to help it become more easier to deal with versus somebody that, you know's never experienced it, because the person that's never experienced it is going to hit them 5 times much harder, more difficult. They won't know what to do, and they won't understand, hey, this isn't normal. And like I stated at the beginning of the video, you know, you're meant to socialize and all that, but I do understand people are more isolated. I mean, you look at today's generation, we're always constantly on our mobile devices, we're using them, we're no longer interacting with each other, nobody really talks in person. You no longer need to do that, you can just send them a text message. People don't even do phone calls no more. I mean, you look at it, the thing used to be like 10, 15, 20 years ago, you call somebody and that was your interaction, but then now it's just send them a text and then you wait for a reply. So it's like you're getting rid of that communication part. And you got to understand that this is the way how the future is kind of pretty much going, is it's going to be more isolated. A lot of people are going to go through this, and you're not going to be the only one. So use it to be productive, use it as an advantage. Anyways guys, shorter video, I got things to do. Don't forget to smash that like button, and I'll go ahead and catch you guys on the next video.